Okay, get this. Over 6 billion vehicles worldwide rely on windshield wipers.
6 billion. Wow.
Yeah, let that number sink in. 6 billion. Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
For something so, well, essential now, have you ever actually stopped to think about where it came from?
It's a great point. We take it totally for granted, but like most things, it has a story.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe not the straightforward one you'd expect.
Exactly. And that's what we're diving into today. We're going deep on Mary Anderson. She's the woman whose seemingly simple observation on a snowy day back in 1902 led to this life-saving invention.
But it wasn't exactly welcomed with open arms at first.
No, far from it. Met with ridicule, disbelief. Pretty chilly reception, you could say.
Yeah, let's set that scene. Winter 1902, New York City. Picture being stuck on a packed streetcar. It's snowing, maybe sleeting.
Right, you're crammed in, windows fogging up, and the driver keeps having to stop, get out into the freezing.
He has to wipe the windshield by hand, over and over.
Think about the delays. Everyone just sitting there, cold, frustrated. The sheer hassle of it all.
It wasn't just a little annoying, it was a real problem. Slowed everything down, made the whole experience pretty miserable.
And it makes you think, those moments where you see something inefficient, something frustrating, and you just think, there has to be a better way.
Definitely.
That feeling that, why does it have to be like this? That was apparently the spark for Mary Anderson, something I think we can all kind of relate to.
That's such a key part of invention, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Seeing a problem not just as something to endure, but as something to, well, solve. She saw that driver struggling and thought differently.
She really did. So, yeah, our mission today is to dig into how this invention came about, the real challenges she faced, getting anyone to take it seriously.
And the huge impact it eventually had, even though she wasn't really recognized for it initially.
Right. That lack of recognition is a big part of the story itself.
So after this snowy trip to New York, she was actually from Birmingham, Alabama. She didn't just, complain about it and move on.
No, she went home and started sketching, thinking, and she came up with this device. Pretty clever, actually.
It really was for the time. She designed this arm.
Right.
Spring-loaded, with a rubber blade on the end fixed to the outside of the windshield.
And the crucial part.
The lever. There was a handle inside the car. The driver could just pull it and swoosh, clear the glass without sobbing, without getting out.
A massive improvement. Safety, convenience, everything.
Huge leap.
So here's the twist. She gets this patented. November 1903. You'd think, okay, problem solved, everyone wants this.
Right. You would absolutely think that. But you got to remember the context. Early 1900s, cars themselves were still kind of newfangled, more like a rich person's toy than everyday transport for most people.
And the car companies, what did they think?
Well, their reaction was lukewarm at best. Mostly they just dismissed it, said it wasn't necessary.
It's necessary.
Yeah. Or even though it might, distract the driver.
Distract the driver. Wow, can you imagine saying that today about wipers? A vital piece of safety kit.
It's kind of wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it shows how hard it can be for established thinking to, see the future need. They probably figured open-air motoring was the main thing, maybe didn't see the need for clear vision in bad weather quite yet.
Or just couldn't imagine cars being used routinely in bad weather at all, perhaps.
Could be. It really makes you wonder how many other great ideas got shot down just because they didn't fit the thinking of the time. She hit a wall of skepticism.
But her foresight was pretty incredible, seeing that need before almost anyone else.
Visionary, really.
Mm-hmm.
But visionaries often face resistance.
So she gets the patent for her window cleaning device. She even apparently had a working model made, tried to sell the rights, tried to get manufacturers interested.
And got nowhere. Just rejection after rejection. The feedback was basically, we don't see a market for this.
They just couldn't imagine it being commercially viable.
Nope.
And here's where the real irony kicks in. Maybe a bit tragic, too. Her patent runs out in 1920. 17 years. She never made a dime from it, never licensed it.
And what happens right around them?
The car industry explodes. Henry Ford's Model T, mass production. Suddenly, cars are becoming affordable, common.
The timing is just painful, isn't it? An invention perfectly suited for the coming age of the automobile, but the patent expires just before that age truly dawns.
Yeah. And by the mid-1920s, guess what starts appearing on almost all new cars?
Windshield wipers.
Windshield wipers, often looking suspiciously like her lever-operated design. But it was others who cashed in, others whose names got attached to it. Mary Anderson. mostly forgotten.
And, this touches on a broader historical issue, especially for women inventors back then. Their contributions often just got overlooked or credited elsewhere.
It really makes you ask how many other brilliant ideas, maybe life-changing ones, have been lost or delayed because the inventor didn't get the support or recognition they deserved.
It's a really important question about how history gets written and who gets remembered, the biases that can creep in.
But, and this is the amazing part, despite her not getting the credit or the cash, her invention obviously had a massive lasting impact. We started with that number.
6 billion vehicles. It's staggering.
Mm-hmm.
Her insight, born from watching that struggling streetcar driver.
It's now a standard safety feature globally. Think how many accidents have been prevented, how many lives potentially saved, just because drivers can see clearly in rain and snow.
Absolutely countless.
And the market just for replacement wiper blades, it's worth billions every single year. Billions. That alone tells you how fundamental her idea was.
It really does. Her whole story is just such a powerful example of, perseverance, isn't it? Sticking with an idea even when everyone else tells you it's pointless.
Totally. And it makes you think about those other unsung innovators, the other Mary Andersons. How many ideas didn't make it? How much potential was lost to short-sightedness or just, the status quo?
It definitely pushes us to think about how we support new ideas now and whether we're really open to things that challenge the way things are done.
So yeah, Mary Anderson's story isn't just some quirky bit of history. It's a real lesson. See a problem, don't just accept it. Got an idea. Maybe that doubt you're facing is actually a sign you're on to something important.
It really underlines the courage it takes, doesn't it? To push for a vision that other people just don't get yet. Seeing something that isn't there yet.
She kind of leaves us with this question, I think. How much good could you do? How many lives could you change, maybe, if you just refuse to give up when things get tough? It's quite a thought.
It is. Every time you switch on those wipers, you're seeing the result of someone who didn't quit.
So maybe the next time you hit a snag, face some doubt, remember Mary Anderson, the woman who saw clearly through the storm, literally and figuratively. What problem out there needs clearing up? What vision will you fight for, even if no one else sees it yet? Something to mull over.